I'm going to preface Rosie's comments with one, I think critical fact. If there's one important thing you should walk away from today, the VA is not something you think about post-transition. You better think about it today.
So we're joined by Rosye Cloud from the Department of Veterans Affairs. Rosye, thanks so much for being here with us. What exactly do you do at the Department of Veterans Affairs?
So I have the opportunity of working for the Department of Benefits Administration, the Veterans Benefits Administration, and what we do there is support all of the transitioning service personnel by providing benefits advisor services around the world, helping them find a job through our employment services, and then connecting them to all their benefits through summits like the one we're having today. And so we help them connect to their GI Bill, connect to the Veterans Employment Center, every benefit that they've earned. Our job is to make sure they don't leave it on the table and they use it for their new future.
And what I get to do at the VA every day is actually work with men and women and private sector companies to look at how we can create great opportunities not only at the transition point, but post-separation, and then look how we can partner with you to make sure that you get the best bang for your buck, not only on the GI Bill, but looking at lifelong economic impact. When you get on the Veterans Employment Center and you see the 1.7 million jobs on there, and then you look at the 3,000 committed employers so that you can actually search and find folks like Hilton, find CEOs that are saying and leaning forward and saying, I want to hire a veteran. So you're not just one person navigating all of these jobs, a face unknown. There's employers that are actually wanting to find you and connect with you directly.
So a lot of questions are being answered in your department. What's the most frequently asked question?
I think one of the most important questions we get asked is, what can the GI Bill be used for? For many service members, it's the first time that they actually realize that they have an opportunity to dream big and use this rich benefit. It can be upwards of $100,000 that they have in their pocket to just think about their new future and design that. And whether it's going to an apprenticeship program, going to a 2 or 4 year university, or following their passion in the skills and trade industry and having a strong credential, there's so much flexibility. And for many of them, they will share that GI Bill with their spouse.
So there are a lot of veterans that may be transitioning domestically and also overseas. Are they running into different problems, and what type of problems do you see consistently?
I think one of the number one problems that our families face is having to make very rapid decisions with a short amount of time. Most of them are so committed to the job or so committed to their country that they will put off planning their transition way too long. In many cases, when I say way too long, we're talking months before they're getting out or weeks before they get out. And this process is something that you really need to kind of think as a full-time job. You have to think about where you're going to move to, what the economic conditions are, what the labor market is. Will you go to school? Will your spouse go to school? If you have children, where will your children go to school? What is your financial reserve? What are your financial situations looking like? Will you buy a house? All these decisions, many of which have a VA benefit associated with them.
So if you all haven't gone to www.ebenefits.gov before, I would really encourage you to do that. That is the one place that you all navigate every benefit that you've earned, both while you're on active duty and after active duty. And so when you go on to ebenefits.gov, you're going to find one of the tabs that says Employment Center. And that Veterans Employment Center is where you can connect to the following things. Number one, you're going to find about 1.7 million jobs, vacant jobs across the United States available there. So it's one place where you'll find all the federal jobs, state and local jobs. So all of their American job centers across the country feed in their vacancies to the Veterans Employment Center. These are employers that lean in and say, here's my commitment to hire a veteran, whether it's 50,000 hires, whether it's 10,000 hires, or it's a smaller, medium-sized business and they're actually saying 5, 10, 30 hires in a local community.
We talked a lot about the resources that your department offers. Tell me a little bit more about those resources. So you're not just giving advice in terms of moving, but also economic advice as well. Tell me about that.
The VA of today is not the VA that served my grandfather many, many years ago, or my husband's grandfather many, many years ago. The VA of today understands that economic opportunities for veterans are part of keeping our nation strong and sustaining an all-volunteer force. So in every military installation, either permanent party or not, we have a VA representative who teaches benefits advisory services, is available for one-on-one sessions. We created an online portal called the Veterans Employment Center. That online portal connects all of our folks, spouses, with 1.7 million job vacancies around the world. They connect to all of their resources and tools and kind of tips that they can leverage at any point in time. And we do that because we recognize that we have to be available 24/7. This isn't about a 9-to-5 gig. Our folks are all around the world, understand that they have to meet our veterans where they are, and from our perspective, there isn't a wrong door. We need to create as many doors for our family members and our service members as possible to connect them to all the information that they need.
So the site is not only for veterans, but also for employers and potential jobs that they could possibly tap into. Is there another website that vets can go to get more information?
Absolutely. So www.ebenefits.gov is our current site for all benefits information. There you can navigate from your home loan information through your GI Bill benefit eligibility all the way to seeking a job and looking for ways to kind of get skills and job training. You'll also find resources for those that are service-connected disabled. Spouses can connect to programs and services tailored just to them. And they can connect to all of the thousands of employers, small, medium, large businesses around the country who want to hire them. There are, for many folks, it can be a little confusing to find in one location all of these tools and services. So this was an initiative, a labor of love, if you will, of all the federal government coming together saying, let's make it fast and easy and simple for our folks to connect to all the different types of federal resources available to them.
Rosye Cloud, thank you so much for being here with us. It was so fantastic talking to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.